Hey guys. Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. What am I doing? I'm going to impression a key tonight. I'm going to make a key that's otherwise a blank key into a working key. I don't want to stick it in there just yet. I'm going to use this beautiful tool by Lock. I'm going to use some Blacklight stuff, a marker, some Pippin files, and a round file by Grobet. They're the best in the world, number 4. Great. I'm going to use a pick. You got to have a pick. This is by Jimmy Long's great pick. You're going to find out how many pins are in this lock. We're also going to use a torch. I like torches. We're going to use a magnifying glass. Ooh, this one even has lights. And we're going to use a microscope. This is even better than a magnifying glass. We're going to use this. Well, this was in that box. You see that? This is a digital micrometer, or digital caliper we call them. A great one for $9. And I'm telling you, this is the steal of the century. If anything you learned tonight, this is what you want. And it's made out of nylon. That's cool. I have one, Michitoyo. This is $9. I really can't tell the difference. I'm not kidding. The only difference is the digital caliper by Michitoyo. It's made for life. This probably isn't, but I do not want to mark the key. And you can do that with these little tips when you're measuring. So we don't want to do that. And I've got this killer LED UV Blacklight. Yes! How many watts is that bad boy? 60 watts. And it's hot. It puts out some heat, which is good because I got to dry a Blacklight marker. You're going to see it all tonight. We're going to give it our best shot, okay? Because impressioning a key is when you take a non-cut key, you stick it in the cylinder, you bind up the pins, and you wiggle it up and down really hard. Okay, that's why you need this tool by Lock. Look at this. Tapered head. You can get right into a car ignition with this, an older ignition. You can get right in there. Lightweight. There's steel up till about right there, but I like it. It houses its own wrench to tighten down on the keys. That's nice. This is a great tool, by the way. I think this by far is one of the best tools I've ever run into as far as impressioning tools. You stick that in there, you wiggle it up and down, and it puts marks on the key. And then you take your Pippin file, number 4, and you cut a groove in there, and you try to match the original working key. Here's the original. Wow, that's all over the place. And it works perfect. And we got to make one work perfect, okay? I'm really liking this light. So let's take a close look, huh? Yeah, let's do it. We have our killer Lock. It's an LT700. Comes in a bag like this, and it has an Allen wrench at the back, and look at how it holds a key. I mean, this is like indestructibly holding this key. That will not come loose. So there's our Lock impressioning tool extraordinaire. Yeah. Here's our killer vise that we hold the impressioning tool in when we file. So you got to have a vise. This thing's only like 12 bucks. It holds the impressioning tool instead of you holding it with your hand and trying to work that vise. Isn't that cool? I'm liking it. Now this is going to be the star of the show. Here's our files. I bought 2 separate handles for them. When you buy these files from Amazon, you will not get handles for them. So these files are from a company called Grobet. They're from Amazon, and they are the real files. This file is a Pippin file. It's a number 4 cut, very fine. And this is a round file. We're going to see which one we like best. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to give it away. And the 2 handles are from Crescent. And they kind of work like a key vise in that you turn the back end and they crimp down on the file. I tried to use them as an impressioning tool, but they didn't work out too well. Although in a pinch you could do it. And these were only like, I don't know, 10 bucks a piece. So there's our files. Now, just so you know, these are real on Amazon. These are not knockoffs. They're made in Italy, and there's a part number 31. If they're part number 31, they are not Chinese. Part number 32 is Chinese, and these are part number 31. They are a little pricey, around 70 bucks a piece, but they're worth their weight in gold, and they will last you. Now you're going to need some kind of magnifying. You cannot do it with the normal eye. These are not really adequate, but they're going to get you by in a pinch. This one has lights on it. This one does not, but you can get both from Amazon. This is Bosch, 4 times the magnifying ability, and this one is just, I think, 10 times. They're pretty nice. Here are the plastic or nylon plastic digital calipers. These are great, guys. Look at a huge screen. Hey, come on, $9. I think I got them on sale. I think they're originally 12. They might be 18. I don't know. Wen. I'm going to put a link down. This is the best buy I've ever seen. I bought a pair of these that were not digital and had to send them immediately back. But these are beautiful. Wen. I love them. They're millimeter and inch. They are great. Look at that. I can really see this. Ooh, there's dust on there. By the way, they came with their own case. Is this cool or what? And they have a manual. The end of them, you can read down in a hole. And these are really cool. I love them. They're beautiful. Beautiful case. You need a case, otherwise you're going to wreck them. So there they are. A Blacklight. This is a powerful Blacklight. It is a true Blacklight. And let's see. It's even waterproof. I guess a lot of people go fishing with these things. Has a photocell on the back so you can recharge it. I charged it. It works pretty good like that. There's magnets on this arm. I'm going to hook this on a light that I have and have it hanging overhead. And this thing is very powerful. Has 3 different settings. You can turn it this way and get one kind of beam, and then turn it this way and change the width of the beam. Really nice. Get this on Amazon, complete with photocell. No battery charger, but you have a lot of them. This takes the modern charger and a USB. Pretty cool. And oh, it even has an indicator to show if it's low, so you know the status of the battery all the time. Great, great light. Look at them LEDs. Little outer space stuff now. We're going to use a Jimmy Long pick to count the pins in the lock. Got to have that. You really do. I guess it's time to hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, pass this video along. Let's get back to the show. We're going to use a torch. I got this at Lowe's years ago. It uses, blow up in here. Let's see, how is this open? Well, it opens up and there's propane on the inside, but that's nice. Micro torch. And the reason we use this is because this ink, which is invisible ink, will not dry on the key right away, and I have to push it a little bit, so I use a torch. And then we have to have a black marker, a Sharpie. So there's some of the tricks of the trade. We're going to try this out and see how good this works. I got this from Amazon. I'll put all the links down in the description. There we have the marking tools. Let's take a bird's eye view of what's going on. There's our killer veneer caliper. This is what we have to achieve in the end. There's our depths. You must know the depths and spaces. Hey guys, I'm going to jump in here. This is for the Schlage SC1 keyway. Now, if you don't have the depths of the key that you're going to impression, you're going to have a real difficult time getting to the right depths with your file and having the veneer caliper arrive at the right depth. So go on the internet, do your best, find the depths. I cannot give you all the depths, but whatever key you're impressioning, go find the depths for each cut. Let's get back to the show. Depths and spaces of your key. You're just gonna have to find a chart on that. And here is our microscope. This is killer. It has a light in it, but I'm not gonna put that on because I'm using the ultraviolet Blacklight hooked on my regular light. Hopefully I can get by without a light today. We're just going to use Blacklight stuff. And that is how the key sets up. And here is the blow up of this key. Look at how cool. I'm going to get this focused just perfect. There we go. These things are only like 60 bucks. Here's the cylinder, and it's in a pan of ice. So I have a pan of ice really holding it strong so it won't wiggle. Very nice. Now it is a SC1, and that is hard to impression, according to everybody. All right, I think we got it set up. So let's take a look at the key. The key is basically, I marked the tops. So these are the peaks. I marked them black so you wouldn't get mixed up. And then the other points, which are going to be right there, 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 and there, don't quite fit on this phone. They are what we're going to file. And notice there's no marks on any of those spots. So you want to know what they look like before you start impressioning each and every time. And there are no marks on those things. All right, let's turn on our black light. So notice they light up a little bit. That's cool. Just a hair. And we're going to try using a black light, see if that really makes a difference, okay? Yeah, I'm thinking it does. We're going to put this back down here. Oh, I think I'll move some of this stuff. This is a great little pick. Pick, but it won't work because that's the only pick that comes with it. It's a rake. So let's count how many pins we have. I marked the depth of the key so that if you're not sure how deep to go, I just marked the black is the shoulder, and that's pretty much the first mark on a 5-pin. So let's feel it. I'm going to shove it all the way in. I don't feel anything all the way in. Although this is drilled 6, but there's only 5 pins, which is kind of neat. So there's nothing in the 6th chamber, so we don't have to worry about that. We just count them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I counted 5 pins, okay? Got to know that first off. Now we don't need this pick anymore. So we'll set that aside. And we'll take our beautiful Pro Lock tool, which has a tightener in the back of the tool. Make sure it's nice and tight. Crimps down on the key. And you know, you're going to cut a real key, but if not, this does not hurt the key. It just puts a couple little dimples in it, but that's okay. And we're going to put our wrench right back here. There we go. Now we're going to take our key with some invisible ink on it, already dried, and the peaks are already kind of high. They're not filed yet, but As you notice, prepared this key by cutting with my key machine the 0 depth. So no pin is going to be lower than 0. This just helps me out, guys. I have the machine, so I'm going to mark the spaces. Helps me out. Otherwise, how you do this is you take your Pippin file, you turn it sideways, and you just go across it a few times and get a nice even cut so that you can impression the pins on that key. So let's go ahead and stick it in. I want to show you something. You notice the pins kind of scraped off the peaks. That's all right. We can always put that back on. So you turn sideways kind of hard, okay? And you go in the back, you go up, and the tip. Notice that the key is not coming loose out of this handle. Back and forth, back and forth. And some guys like to pull a little bit in and out, but we're going to get some cuts on there first before we do that. All right, let's take a look. Can we see any marks? Oh, I see a bunch of them. See those shiny marks? Kind of little dark spots. I think you see them. Well, let's put it underneath the microscope. We'll get a real close look. Oh, man, they jump right out. Look at that. Look at that. There's one. This is closest to the shoulder, by the way. So when I say shoulder, this is the back part. And so, let's see. There's a definite mark there. There's absolutely a really indentation mark there. This is why you need to know what the key looks like first before you do this. So they all have marks. Let's see at the tip. Yep, way at this tip, there's a mark. So they're all marked. So we're gonna file every one of them. Okay, let's do it. All right, we're gonna take our tool. We're gonna stick it in this vise. And I tighten this up. Oh, and by the way, I could have just used this. This comes with that pen. And you can see the marks with this. That's pretty cool, huh? That's neat. All right. Odin Locks told me about this Blacklight idea. Now, here's our file, our Pippin file. You do not want to use this edge and file that key. If you use that edge, you're going to put a very bad slice in it. So I marked my handle so I know which end is up. So this end's up. And there is the roundy part. Look at how cool this is, guys. I wonder if I can see it. Oh, I can. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Before you forget, please hit that like button. That is a number 4. Is that beautiful or what? And here's a round one. Tell your friends and share the video. Beautiful file. I'm going to take my veneer caliper. I should measure this first off. Let's see what they are. The reason I'm using a plastic one is because I left marks with my metal carbide tips by just sliding. So this is 332. I made this mini depth chart. I was hoping to use it throughout the video, but I can't really see it. So I'm going to put a bigger one up throughout the video so you guys can follow along. 332 is a 0. we have to bring them all down to 320. Do not want to go past 320. You'll see why, because if you do that and one of your cuts on your key is a number 1 and you're past 320, you've ruined your whole situation. So let's go ahead and file. Okay, I'm right side up. I have it in my vise. I don't go all the way down on this file, so I just go from the tip. There's one push, one push. I'm going all the way down the key, guys. Go from the tip. There's one push, and the 5th cut. Let's see what one push did measurement-wise. Wow, we almost got down to number 1 with one push. We're at 327. We were 335, so we got to get down to 320, and I'm at 327. So one more push should do it. I do not want to ruin this, guys. I want to have a success story. I really do. Okay, here we go. One more push. Got nice and tight. Oh, and you want to be square. Do not file up or back. Let's go square. One more. Let's hope I didn't wreck it. We are trying to get to the number 1 cut, 320. $324. Let's see way down here on this key. 320. If I do any more, I could ruin the key on that number. What is that, number 4 cut? That can't be so. Is that so? Did I already go past it? $310. Well, in essence, I could have ruined the key. Just that fast, guys. All right, we're going to impression it again. Let's hope I didn't ruin the key. What we're going to do is we're going to take our black marker and we're going to put the points back up. I'm only doing this for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I got the black marker there. Now I'm going to take, what am I doing? Okay, I'm going to take my invisible ink. I'll take my torch and just barely dry this. Okay. Now let's see if we can see it. I need to get this turned. There we go. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, everything's looking nice. Oh, I'm liking it. Look at here, guys. I don't see any marks on anything. And And you have to turn the key back and forth from side to side. Going to impression this thing now. Stick it back in. Turn it really hard. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'm going to make the tip high and the back high. Now I'm the opposite direction. This is going to be a difficult impression. If it was a wafer lock, I probably would have it made, but I'm trying to do something that you guys can have some fun learning. Look at the marks. I don't see any mark on this. I see a mark on the tip. I don't see any mark on the second one from the tip. I see a mark on the third, the fourth. Let's look underneath the microscope. Oh, this microscope's a way to fly. Look at this. Oh, man. Okay, I see a mark right there. Absolutely see a mark there, there, there. Kind of on the tip, but it's on this roundy part here. I see a mark second to the tip. We got to be really careful, guys. I'm going to breathe on these things. I know this is a great mark, and I know that's a great mark. We're going to go ahead and do these two right here. I don't know about that one. Let's see. Yeah, I guess the first three. We'll do the first three. And we're going to breathe on this one. That one right there. Barely marking it. And the tip, I don't see nothing out there. So you got to remember what you just saw. If you don't, you'll mess it up. Okay, got it nice and tight. So we're going to go ahead and file the very first cut. The second cut. The third. Let me think here. Yeah, the third. And just barely on the fourth. And I think we'll just touch the tip here. And I think I'm going to try to stay a little closer in because I think we're out too far on that cut. All right, let's take a look at what we've got. Oh, it's beautiful. Cleaned up perfect. Nothing. Slight mark at the tip. I see a slight mark at the tip right down there. I see it. Let me go ahead and clean that up just a hair. Just because I won't know. If I don't clean that up, I won't know. Okay, do you think I cleaned it up? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, everything's perfect. Look how beautiful it is. Notice that file, how it leaves a little chatter? Well, we're going to impression on that chatter. There's like little teeny cut marks there.
There's a black light on the subject all the time. So we're under black light impressioning.
That's beautiful. I still could have a little mark right there, couldn't I? Let me file that out. I think there is a little mark there, guys. I got to get it out of the way. Okay. If I had a quick release here, that would be nicer, but I don't. Oh, what did I just do? I think I took a picture. This thing adjusts, which is kind of cool. So we could go all the way down to that resolution, but we want 180. Oh, that's beautiful. You want to get them nice and shiny. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put my Blacklight ink on here. Got a little black marker on here. I think I'll get it started. Yeah, let's get this stuff on there. Okay. Take the torch to it. This thing has a safety device. Bob with Odin Locks told me about this. Pretty smart guy. Now let's just see how it looks underneath the black light. It's vitally important you know what this looks like before you start filing. Otherwise you're gonna say, oh, I see a mark there. See, I see a little spot right there. And that might be a black marker spot. I think it is. So let's go ahead and try it again. This down here. Okay. Now some guys pull slightly in and out. I've got tension and they pull back and forth to get a true mark. They'll even take a screwdriver and pry right here and pry on that key, but I'm not going to do that. This is really a great light. Came with the marker. All right, let's go ahead and pull it out. And let's just see. Well, you see why you have to have a good magnifying glass. Let's see if this even works. No. Can't see anything with that. Oh, this isn't too bad. But still, you gotta have a microscope. You could have those visors, like a hat. You could do that. There's one on the tip. This is the tip right here. Let's keep it this direction. Maybe this will help. I see this shiny even. See the real rub mark right there by the tip? There's nothing on the second one. There's definitely one on the third one. Well, maybe. The first, the second, and the third, and the tip. Definitely on the tip. Look at that. That's really marked. So that must be a low one. One. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to file 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one. I know it looks like a mark there. Let's measure. That's 324. So 324 is still a 1. And the next one is 320. That's still a 1. 324. That's still a 1. See, 324. We're still at the 1 size. So I haven't come down hardly anything. I'm scared. I'm gun shy. I don't want to wreck this key. And 322, that's still a 1. And 3, what is that, 312? What are we at with 312? We're heading to the 2 spot. So we're going to get 1 and 2, and 3 and the end one. All right, let's measure them now. See if we got down to the 2. 315. Still not down to the 2, guys. We got to keep filing on that. Not down to the 2 yet. 319. Not down to the 2 yet. We have no mark on the second for the tip. And we are at number 1. So we're going to leave that alone. And we are at 300. So 300 is a little bit past the 2. All right, so we gotta bring the first 3 in. Are you following me? I hope you are. Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends. One, Push. Let's see if we got to 2. I think I'm going to go put a Band-Aid on this. Go ahead and check it. We were supposed to be, yeah, we're not even there yet. 312, we're supposed to be at 305. 309, almost there on the second cut. And the third cut is 310. So the first cut gonna go a lot more and the other two just a little bit. We want to be on the third cut on this one. 386. 386. We're past on the first one there. 303, number 2. We've achieved 2 on the first cut. So we got 303. So we are at 2 cut there. 306, we are at the 2 cut there. We've achieved 2s all the way across here on the first 3. That's good, and we're at 4. I think we're at 4. 386. We're between 3 and 4. Okay, must be super careful now, guys. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to put our invisible ink . I think this is pretty cool, this invisible ink. That Pippin file does not make hooks. It allows my pins to, when I say hooks, it's widening out on an angle. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to take our little torch, heat this up a little bit. Now let's take a look. Make sure we know what it looks like. See, if you don't know what it looks like, you'll think there's a mark. Let's get this dialed in. There is a, look at that burr. That metal is sticking out there. That's on the back side of that cut. Should I go ahead and blacken these tips again? Help? I'm thinking I don't want to get any black marker on there. So we're set. I got to remember that mark right there is already in there. Go ahead and file these down one more step. When I impression this first. They say circle 8 is a good thing to do. Don't want to snap the head off, guys. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I definitely see a mark right there. The third one in. See that mark? Third one in. Let's get it underneath the magnifying glass. Let's see if I can tune this in just a hair. There we go. We're looking for scratch marks. That second mark, is there a little scratch mark there? There is. A little scratch mark there. I don't see anything down here on the tip. Nothing on the tip. Slight scratch mark on number 2 from the tip. Nothing there on the third. See, there's 1, 2, 3. Nothing on the third. So the fourth, we're going to do a little bit of filing on the fourth. The fifth for sure. I mean, the second for sure. That's all scratched up. And then, can't tell on that one. So the second and the third, just slight. Second and third. You know, I better rethink this. Second and third. What am I talking about? Second from the tip. And the second from the bow. Second from the tip, second from the bow. Be real careful now, we're getting close. Second from the tip, second from the bow. Let's see where we're at measurement wise. 305, that's a number 2. Number 2 cut on the first one. That's a 297, so that's a number 3 cut. .306, that's a 2 cut. And then we got 317, that is still a number 1, kind of low, no mark on that one. And this is 288. We're not quite down to a 4. I think I'm going to bring the tip down to 4. We're going to redo this invisible ink on here. Let's take a look what it looks like before we do anything. Boy, that white really covers it all up, doesn't it? All right, we're back to square one. I don't see anything there. Let's go ahead and impression. Up in the back. In the front. In the back. In the front. Straight out. Let's take a look at what it looks like. Got a mark right there. There. Maybe not. The first two. Oh, I do not want to wreck this, guys. The first two. I definitely see marks. All right, here we go. You know, I should measure it. I should measure it, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I measure it? The first two. 302 or 30, what is it? 304. So we got to go down one full one there, and this is 300. So we're still at 2 and 2, so we got to go to 3. Slightly go sideways here. I don't want to hook, guys. I'm nervous. All right, let's measure it. We're at just at 2 still. 305. So we're not down to, well, we're almost down to a 3. So we want to be 3. So we got that one down to a 3. The second one, the second cut, we got to a 3. Let's first one to a 3. See how fast you can wipe this out. $292. So a number 3 is 290. We got to go just a hair more.
If you haven't hit that like button, I wish you would. These videos are very hard to produce. Let's get back to the show.
Are you having fun? I hope so. Oh, this is spooky. $291. Almost a 3. 290 is a 3. Well, I guess it depends on how hard you... Oh, Mike. Come on, don't do that. All right, let's take a look at this. Isn't this cool? So 1, 2, 3 has a mark. We're gonna clean up 3. Just, we're only breathing on it, okay? Don't get mad at me. I'm going to clean them all up just slightly. I'm not taking nothing off. And you know what? I think I'm going to clean the sides. Because I notice there's filings, you know, filings. Some guys sharpen the keys to a knife cut, they call it. All right, let's put on some invisible ink. I'm going to clean this up a hair. Okay, here we go. Ooh, we got a lot of invisible ink on that. Actually has to dry. Ooh, look at that. It's kind of bright. I don't want to burn it. I notice if you burn it, then it looks black. It looks like you got a mark. So we're just trying to dry it. Did I bend that key? I don't think so. All right, let's go ahead and look at it. Make sure we see what we're looking at. Sorry. I'm looking at it myself over on the side. I threw a burr up. That's kind of good. See the little burr there? Okay, nothing there. Nothing. Muffin. I'm in. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I put wood back here to keep it tight. All right, let's take a close look. I think we did a nice job. Oh, keep knocking it out here. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, one, this right here. Oh, I gotta get this straight. Tip. What do we see at the tip? No mark. No mark on the second one. The third one maybe? Oh, definitely the first. See that silver here? There's a mark there. And is there a mark on the third one? I mean the second one. No, there's a mark on the very first cut. So let's go ahead and file that. Mark on the first cut. We're going to bring it down. We're at a 3. We're going to bring it to a 4. There we go. Boy, good thing I marked right side up. Let's see if we're at 4. You can get impatient, and then you've ruined everything. 285. So 285 is not a 4 yet. Gotta keep going. 4 is 275. So we got 10 thousandths. Oh, I hope I don't just wreck it. Impatience will ruin this key. Yep. 268. So 268 is below a 4. That quick, I went 2 measurements. And this one is a 287. Let's go ahead and mark everything again. We'll dry this up. All right, let's stick it in here. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take a look with the microscope. Nothing on the first cut. Oh, I see a mark on the second cut. Definitely a mark on the second cut. Nothing on the rest of them. See the mark there on the second cut? See the scratches on this far end. Second cut, scratches. So let's bring it down. Let's measure what it is. 289, 280, so 290, that's a 3. Bring it down to a 4, even with the other cut basically. $274. Okay, we're at 4. We're at 4. Mark everything. Mark it one more time, guys. We are so close. We are close. Okay, let's take a look at it. There are no marks on anything. No marks on anything. There's a black marker on that side. I wonder if I should, let me mark the tops. Just because I want to get this mixed up. Go ahead and mark these. See those peaks? That really helps to see them, doesn't it? I got this turned. Boy, does that ever help. All right, there's no marks on anything. Let's hope I get a mark. I think we're all down to just one now. Ooh, almost got it jammed in there. All right, let's put it on the tool. This killer tool. Oh no. Well, that kind of messed it all up, didn't it? You don't want to put black. Oh man, how in the world? I'm going to have to clean that off. I can't tell anything, can you? Wait a minute. If we're looking for shiny marks, is what we're looking for. Just because that black's on there don't mean nothing. But I will tell you this, there's a shiny mark. You see it? That's a definite shiny mark. The second one in. Let's file that down. We're at a 4. Let's go to a 5. Let's see if we brought it to a 5. This might be the moment of truth, guys. Let's see. 262. We got to go just a hair more. Oh! 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 Look how easy it is to wreck stuff. Oh my. Put this back on here. Let's see if I ruined it. Tip that thing over. You know that tip's got a mark. We're gonna go with the tip just a hair, kids. Here we go, just a hair. What have I done? No, I'm doing right. Whew. Oh. Did I wreck the end? No, I didn't. Let's try it with no marker on it. I got it. I got it, guys. I got it. I got a working key. I got a working key. Hooray for me, I got a working key. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, I failed last time. But look at that. Works perfect. It might be just tight, just a hair. Let's measure everything, just make sure we're right on. So this one is a 267. So 267. That's between a 4 and a 5. So that's not cool. And then we got 267. That's between a 4 and a 5. Oh, wait, let me make sure. 262. Yeah, let's bring this down just a hair. The number 2 cut just a hair. I don't want to wreck nothing. Let's Let's see if that helped just a hair. Oh, it did. I'm going to go clean it up just a hair. Hold on, guys. I'm going to put it on my grinder and clean it up. Look at how nice that is. You know, I think I did take that file and had it upside down on the end there. All right, let's see how it feels. Oh, like butter. There we have it. Pro Lock. We've used Schlage SC1, 5-pin, some invisible ink, and we have a success story. Please, guys, hit that like button, tell your friends, and we'll have more door and lock tips like this coming your way in the future. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, there we go. This is so cool. Isn't this cool? Hey guys. Hey guys. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this show. Impressioning keys is not easy, is it? You can't do it right away, but you know, if you take your time and you work at it and use your Pippin file, you try not to wreck anything, because you can, you'll be able to have a working key and you'll love it. You really will. So please subscribe to my channel, Mike with Door and Lock Tips. Thanks again, and thanks for staying till the end to see this beautiful working key opening up this lock. Thanks again, guys.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Made by a company called, I don't know. Welcome to the show, everyone. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. Okay, I just loaded the key in, and we're going to find out just how close this key is going to be cut to code. So listen real close, because if it touches down on one of those points, that means I didn't file it deep enough. So let's listen. Got my ITL, got the code in, 45214. Let's see just how well it does. Make sure everything's tight. And here we go. Aha! So you saw it. I was that way a little too far because it cut back on the cuts. Let's take a look at this thing. Oh yeah, could have went a little deeper, couldn't I? That's what it looks like. Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and we'll have more door and lock tips. Like this beautiful SC1. Oh, Just can't tell you how hard this was to do. Anyway, we got it. Yeah.